First of all, I have to say I have not seen the film yet, but I cannot wait. Like most little girls, like most little girls, I grew up, you know, idolizing Marilyn Monroe, wanting to look like her, wanting to dress like her when I got big. And here you are, you get to play an icon.
I know.
You are so lucky. Does
Lucky
anyone
me,
ever say
right?
that to you?
I know. Yeah, no, I feel pretty lucky. I think I say it to me all the time. I am really, really lucky.
I got to ask you, first of all, and we'll get into, of course, who Marilyn is, because, you know, how do you play Marilyn Monroe? But how did you physically, what was the transformation like? I mean, did you have to work out? Did you have to eat more, less? What did you do?
I definitely didn't watch what I was eating at all.
Sold. I love it.
Working out, no. Yeah, it was a lot about, you know, it was actually a lot about posture and sort of alignment. My body has kind of settled into a comfortable little slumpy, slouchy thing, which is very different than how Marilyn Monroe held herself, and that took a lot of work. It felt like I had to sort of break my body. It was like breaking bones and then realigning them, putting them back into place, and it just took a tremendous amount of effort because, yeah, it took a lot of effort.
Yeah, I mean, think about it.
And unfortunately, my body has gone right back to where
it's a comfort zone is what it is, right? It's a comfort zone.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So much of Marilyn, of course, was her appearance and what she portrayed. How did you go about even trying to study her and become her on the inside, not just on the outside?
I spent a lot of time, I was very patient with myself. And I spent a lot of time before I ever opened my mouth and tried to sound like her or walked around my house and tried to wiggle like her. I just spent a lot of time watching her. And I told myself that that I could take as long as I needed, and that the first time that I attempted to mimic her, it wasn't going to be very good, and that was okay. You know, I watch a kid learning to read. And in the beginning, it's so bumpy, and everything comes out sounding so strange, and it's very difficult. And then with a little bit of time and some practice and some hard work, all of a sudden, everything becomes clear. So I looked at other people who I see trying to do something new for the very first time, and I said, well, that's what it's going to be like for me. And so I just spent a lot of time watching her movies,
Sure.
looking at photos of her, and waiting for things to become clear to me.
You mentioned the wiggle. I mean, was Marilyn all a sex appeal? I mean, was she that all the time? I mean, certainly there were times when she was not that just sex icon. I mean, you know, that kittenish appeal that she had, right?
It's fascinating to me because she played that part. Marilyn Monroe was a part that she played, was a part that she created, and because she played it so well, because she was so talented, it makes you think that that's just who she was as an ordinary human being. And in fact, that's not the case. And everything that I read said that she was actually quite ordinary looking and had a normal walk and a normal voice and was capable even of being unattractive and the opposite of glamorous.
Sure.
And I thought that was so, yeah, that she was really more, you know, she was a real person and a lot more like you or me than one would typically imagine.
Yeah.
She just had she had an incredible gift. I mean, she burned so bright when she turned it on. But that also, it cost her a lot to sort of exist on that level.
Yeah, that's a very tall, high plane to be on all the time and constantly have to be on. You said it right. She burned so brightly. But it is a pleasure watching you through the years, you know, develop and become who you are, which is such a thoughtful, wonderful actress. And it's a pleasure to interview you. Thank you so much, Michelle.
Thank you. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Good luck to you in the future.
Thanks, you too. Bye, Norma.